This has been a challenging fire season in British Columbia and Alberta, and the Verdant Creek Wildfire is no exception to that. It started on July 13th or 14th from a lightning strike. It was discovered in the early morning hours of July 15th, and it was discovered in a way that we don't normally discover fires. Verdant Creek is in a very remote spot in Kootenay National Park. It's probably one of the more remote spots in our Rocky Mountain National Parks. And so normally when we get fires reported to us, they're reported by traffic on the highway, a visitor hiking on the trails. But in this case, the fire was spotted on a computer by one of our fire staff in Calgary, who noticed a heat signature that's picked up by specialized satellites. And so it was called into us about 6 o'clock in the morning. We had an initial attack crew over the fire in a helicopter by 8 o'clock that morning. The fire was already 10 to 15 hectares in size. What we didn't want to see is that fire move from the Vermilion Valley into the Kootenay Valley. If that had happened or happens, all of a sudden the fire will be able to spread up into off Parks Canada land into the province of British Columbia in the upper Beaverfoot, or south down into the Kootenay Valley. So a third objective for us is to hold that fire here at Wardle Gap on a little line, a little creek that we're calling Miracle Creek. And so we have crews in there, we've created heli spots, they're in there doing the same thing, working that 200 feet in from the perimeter, putting everything out, we're scanning in there, and so we have gained quite a considerable amount of containment in on this piece as well. Parks Canada's #1 priority is always the protection of people and property, and so our #1 objective with this fire became preventing that fire from moving further east across the Continental Divide and into Banff National Park.